So I had a good time doing absolutely nothing yesterday. The Zoom camera is fixed. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Norwood is being right back. While he's gone, I'm gonna take the time to straighten up my camera. There we go. Take the time to straighten up the camera. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Saturday Morning Live, episode 90 edition. Boy, lotion ain't your friend, huh? Make sure you take the camera off next time you get up, brother. What's that? Oh, yeah. Oh, you got tall boys. So you got 12 pack of tall boys instead of a 24 pack of regulars? No, no. You pick Jarek. Yo, you pick Jarek. If Jarek played for the Eagles, you would have picked the Eagles. Don't. That is that is true. No, I do. You admitted that's not an assumption. You admitted it literally last week. Go back and listen to episode 90 of the Splashcast, and we went through the entire schedule. So I will say that you made a compelling argument for the reason that you didn't. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Shut up. Let me put the glasses down for a second. You just said that you were wrong. That was literally what you just said. I stated, hey, you weren't totally wrong. You made a compelling argument for saying that the Eagles were trick bag. I don't think that they were bad. I don't think that they were overrated. Huh? Well, I still stand by my statement. You only picked the Chiefs because of Jared. You said it. You said it last week. You said it literally last. I think I picked them to go to the AFC Championship game. I think. But I said, who's going to be the best? Brady? It's going to be Brady for. Four. It is. Uh, so, wow, we haven't even gotten to any part of All Star Weekend, but I'm going to ask this question: why is Tom Brady the GOAT? and LeBron James is not. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So it's only championships that make him better. 6. No. My point is Tom Brady and LeBron are synonymous to me. They played a really, really, really long time. F Tom, what's up, Sneak? What's up, Sneak? F Tom Brady. He not the GOAT to me. Woo. I don't know about Rubble. Fringe playoff team. They, second round playoff team. I mean, Mark Jackson had him in the before he got there. Ooh, that's the Steven Jackson, Monte Ellis.
Is that better? Yeah. No. So yes, I'm okay. When I say Rubble, I mean essentially to the point that they were not that's not a team that I was concerned about being a champion before he got there. Championships and Golden State Warrior were not in the same conversation until he got there.
So would you say Steph Curry is more closer to Jordan?
Steph Curry is in a very unique position.
Where were the Bulls before Michael Jordan? I mean, I'm just taking your argument and you saying Steph.
Disarray.
Where were the Warriors before Steph?
Mid. Bulls were terrible. Golden State was mid. Now and they're that.
Well, you just said Jordan it was Rubble. Rubble mid. They weren't contending for a championship.
Well, hold on. Let me maybe I misspoke. Bulls were in disarray. Golden State was mid.
So you saying he had a foundation to come in on?
Yes, he came in and the slab was there. Now he still had to build a whole house, but he had a slab. Mike was out there. He got the ground.
Looking like them dudes in the forest.
Exactly. With a level. Let me level this thing out. And then let me just purge all of you guys. Get rid of everybody. And then, let me do that. So, there's just fundamental difference.
You see what Russ said? Russ said it's because LeBron did it in the time frame, including a 2-year gap. Jordan did it. So, like, LeBron played 20 years.
Jordan's efficiency.
LeBron is playing 20 years. And that's why he's breaking all of these records. Kind of like Kareem. Kareem broke the record in 1983? He got drafted in 1970, 71.
Lifetime Achievement Award. And this is how I figured it out, and it makes sense in my head. LeBron is going to have the best basketball career of all time.
Good, Josh.
The only person who had a better basketball career than him is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The greatest
LeBron?
Man to... Yes.
I mean, unless you're just saying 5 is better than 4 and everything else is nullified, I don't know if Kareem had a better NBA basketball career than LeBron. Kareem
No. I said basketball career.
If you're taking about college and high school, then Kareem is the best basketball player to ever walk the earth. I mean...
Well, LeBron dominated in high school and he just didn't play college. And if Kareem came in this era, he wouldn't play college either. So that's the reason. But if you want to fight those two, I just said this. Whoever you pick out of Kareem and LeBron as best basketball career ever, I think you're right.
Kareem won a championship every year level from 9th grade.
Not to me, Rod.
He won a championship every year from 9th grade until the second year in the NBA. Didn't he win the championship with the Bucks as a rookie? Like, he came in as the best player in the league day one. I want to say, because I know UCLA won like 10 straight championships, and he was part of that run.
Yeah, with John. Yeah.
And then he was the best basketball player in high school. I think Kareem was like undefeated, like hadn't lost or didn't lose until the second year in the NBA after he won a championship. And then
Whoever
he
you
went 12
picking
years
that,
between
I'm
the
cool
Lakers
with.
championship and the Bucks championship. So I mean, Kareem had a big gap between chips too now.
I agree, but then the best human to ever dribble a basketball is Michael Jeffrey Jordan. In this, on your y-axis, he is at the peak. X-axis, you give it to LeBron or Kareem. I don't care who y'all pick. Michael Jordan took off 2 years to go play baseball. I had already figured the game out. I wanted to go do some personal projects. I'll be back.
Well,
Hold my beer.
up until Patrick Mahomes, I think the most talented quarterback to ever play in the NFL is Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was in terms of just the full quarterback position. I would say he's probably the highest quarterback talent that you've had in the last 50 years until Patrick Mahomes.
I'm cool with that, I guess.
Tom Brady had the best career. So that's why I'm saying I think LeBron and Tom Brady are, in terms of longevity, they both have had the best careers, right? Versus Michael Jordan and Peyton Manning were more talented, but they just didn't play as long.
What, you think Michael Jordan is more talented than LeBron? I guess you got to really break down what you mean is talent.
Yeah, I do.
Well, I guess.
Yes.
I mean, you also, you're really cutting it close. I mean, because LeBron he's a talent.
He is a talent. He's a wild talent. But I mean.
But see, I think Michael Jordan, like for me, the reason I think that Mike is better is not talent. I think is more inner drive. It's intangible. Mike just had the savagery of being a literal murderer. Whoever is out there, I think guys were afraid of Mike. I think they respect LeBron. And I think that's the difference for me.
Well, LeBron, I mean, that's been the thing with LeBron. He doesn't have the killer instinct. Like Mike also, I'm going to shoot LeBron some bail on that killer instinct stuff too, because everything that Mike did wasn't always documented. Like, everything that LeBron does is documented. Michael Jordan played in the summer against other and worked out with other players. He didn't like lift weights with other players, but he
no. The reason I think that he is a murderer is clearly only on the court between the white lines. I think if you really piss him off, he will take that uber personally and do his absolute best to try to destroy you for the rest of your existence. LeBron's just a nice guy. And I think that's better for his career. I think it's definitely better for this time period. But Mike and Kobe just have a different level of relentlessness, passion. It's crazy. It's not a good thing to have outside of being an athlete. It is a detriment everywhere else in your existence. But on the court.
So this conversation keeps jumping back and forth from football to basketball. Basically, is what we're trying to do is quantify where or figure out where the mirrors are for me in terms of greatest NFL player or quarterback or whatever you call it, and greatest basketball player. And to me, like right now, shout out to those on YouTube, Sneaky, Twitch, Josh. They're saying Peyton is better than Tom. Tom is the luckiest athlete of all time. Peyton is overrated too. You can't ignore the playoffs. I mean,
I don't think that Tom is lucky. Tom has done it with nobodies. A lot of nobodies.
Well, if you go back and look at the first few Super Bowls, like the one against the Panthers, the one against the Rams, he really didn't do. I think he threw for 140 something yards.
But you win the Super Bowls with Deion Branch, dog. Who?
Highly.
Wes Welker.
Troy Brown played offense, defense, and punt return.
Like Amendola. Those guys are only good with Hall of Fame guys.
They're Duke. They're good with the scheme. But it's the scheme.
Okay, so and we kind of hear.
But Troy Troy Brown is highly underrated. Troy Brown was the starting cornerback and wide receiver in the AFC Championship game against the Colts, and he returned punts. That is a big.
You can do that when Tom Brady is your. No, you can do that when Tom Brady is your quarterback.
Man,
you want to know how many cornerbacks I could convert to wide receiver if Tom Brady is their quarterback. You have to think. I think that at least 50% of the cornerbacks at any point are better athletes than Amendola and Wes Welker. So I believe all of those guys can be converted to receiver and play with Tom Brady. Without a doubt. You don't think Jalen Ramsey could go play wide receiver with Tom Brady? Absolutely. Without a doubt.
I vehemently disagree on that. You are disrespecting, to me, you're disrespecting
the wide receiver position?
Troy Brown. I think Troy Brown is criminally underrated. And I think that Tom Brady gets a lot of credit for Josh McDaniels.
Is Josh McDaniels ever going to be good anywhere else?
I mean, I don't know. We don't know. I mean, he's been a coach for 1 year. That's hard.
No, this is his second team, though.
He was not the coach of the Colts. He never coached a game for the Colts.
He quit.
Never. Well, he went right back to the Patriots. So this is, it's his first year in the Raiders he went to a dumpster fire. So I mean, that's difficult for me to say.
I will give him, if it takes him 10, 15 years, he has 15 years where he can prove me wrong, is what I'm saying.
Wes Welker cooked the New England by himself as a Dolphin before he was a Pat. I mean, like,
yo, Wes Welker's trash, yo.
You are. Hey, see, now this is your complexion bias because Wes Welker was not trash. Wes Welker was.
Show me any of these
All-Pro.
guys.
He was an All-Pro. He went to the NFL. He went to the Pro Bowl.
Show me any. Well, we know the Pro Bowl is literally a tag football game now, so it's been devolving.
Yeah, but not back then. Nope. Don't try to trivialize the Pro Bowl. Try to trivialize the Pro Bowl to make your point. He went to the Pro Bowl when the Pro Bowl was the Pro Bowl. When Sean Taylor was laying people out.
How many times did he go to the Pro Bowl?
I don't know. I mean, I'm going live from my phone, so I can't really pull up my phone.
I would assume there are multiple. I've been in that space. There are computers everywhere. It is literally an information hub in front of you, ladies and gentlemen. What you don't know, Splashcast Studios is up right now, baby. It's like four different screens. He's in the Matrix over there. Whatever you think,
you see the quality. You see the quality. Y'all was talking about my internet before. You was talking about my internet
whatever
before.
you think that Professor Xavier has, Reggie has over there in that studio. So I won't make that very
Bluetooth
clear.
Headphones working.
Exactly.
Got the microphone to the phone. I'm out here.
He over there. But what I'm saying is, overall, Wes Welker, all right, you might have one good season. You are not a good. Yes, without Tom Brady. Everybody has those. Adam Thielen being the guy that I most quickly and easily can get to. But with that said, no, that guy, you can have one good season and not be a great wide receiver. But those guys who I speak of, who I call trash, are only successful with a handful of guys. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, because he had one of those guys, and Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford.
Say that again. Say it. Say it. I don't know if I even agree with this point, but I'm trying to figure out.
Because Matt Stafford is on his own PEDs, which is Sean McVay. So it's like he getting a boost from a boost. So you got
then Tom Brady got a boost from Josh McDaniels. Josh McDaniels was the offensive coordinator of the year multiple times.
I do not think that Josh McDaniels.
Did you see the Josh McDaniels? He was the premier offensive coordinator.
Let's cut to the crux of the matter. I don't think that Josh McDaniels is that good of a coach. I also have a lot of questions about Bill Belichick. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them.
Brady couldn't win a Super Bowl with Randy Moss.
Yeah, he just went to Tampa and won the first home Super Bowl. What are y'all talking about? There's no Tom Brady talk that anybody can.
Well, he went to Tampa. I mean, he also had like the best defense in the. Come on, man. Like I think that's. You talk
Goat.
about folks talk about
Goat.
Peyton Manning. Folks talk
Goat.
about Peyton Manning
Goat.
and say, well, he couldn't win in Denver because he didn't. I mean, he couldn't win because he didn't. So he got to Denver because he needed a defense. And Tom Brady had the best defense like every year that they won the Super Bowl. Like the first three Super Bowls, they had the best defense in the league.
Let's be very clear about that. Peyton Manning sucked in Denver. I don't want y'all to ever think that he was good in Denver. It's terrible. Terrible. The first year they got blown out, and that was at the Super Bowl, the playoff game that they went to, it got just trounced.
Everybody would have got blown out by Seattle that year. Seattle had the best defense, the best running back, the
and
best
then the
special
next year,
teams. They had the best everything. Seattle
and then
tricked
the
themselves
next
out of
year-
beating Tom Brady. Tom Brady didn't win that
And-
Super Bowl.
I agree. And then the very next year, they tricked it. I mean, they won, but he was just on coattails. Man, Peyton Manning was not. Go back and look at what Peyton Manning looked like for the Broncos. Nathaniel, he was stealing. He was just better than Tim Tebow. So they were like, sure, we'll take you. But it wasn't like he wasn't elite. Go look at Peyton Manning, Denver Broncos.
So, I mean, Tom Brady wasn't elite for like the first 4 Super Bowls. He wasn't elite. He actually didn't have his best years until the years that he didn't win a Super Bowl. He wasn't the focal of the offense until the years that he didn't win a Super Bowl.
Tom Brady has had 3 different Hall of Fame careers. Every 7 years, he has a new Hall of Fame career. Nobody is doing that, my friend.
I'm just saying, if you are going to give
hold on. Don't slide past that point. 3 different Hall of Fame careers is what else can you ask of me? That I've given you 21 years and 3 different Hall of Famers. You could throw away 7 of my years and I'm still a Hall of Famer. You could throw away 14 of my years and I'm still a Hall. Like that's where Patrick Mahomes is now. He has already had a Hall of Fame career today. Never play again. He's a Hall of Famer.
Hold on. Tom Brady's first 4 years in the league, when he won his first few Super Bowls.
Think about what you just said there. When did he win his first few?
I said it that way for a reason. Yeah, 2000. 2000, he wasn't great. The next year, he threw for 2,900 yards in 2001. He wasn't that great that year either. Now, this motherfucker hit a run in 2003 to 2007. He went 3,600 yards, 3,700 yards, 4,100 yards, 3,800 yards, 4,800 yards. Woo! But those are the years he didn't win the Super Bowl.
Okay, you know what? Dan Marino? What?
I'm on record saying Dan Marino's overrated. On record.
I love Dan Marino too, yo. I love Dan Marino.
You can't love Dan Marino. Now, 2011. 2011 which was the Super Bowl that they were undefeated? 7 or 11? It was 7, because that's when the Giants won and they paraded through the Hampton Harbors.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, 2007. That's when he broke the record, and then he went crazy. 2007. That's the Randy Moss year. And then after that, it's just him and going crazy. Like he was going for 4,500 yards.
I want y'all to understand. Randy just put his phone. He said, "You know what? We don't even need to talk about that."
Dog, those years that it's crazy that Tom Brady won a Super Bowl, won all his Super Bowls in the years that he really wasn't at peak performance. Peak Tom Brady, throwing for 4,900 yards a year, 4,800 yards a year, 5,000 yards a year, but wasn't winning Super Bowls. That's wild to me. That's a wild little stat.
Because those guys are not that good.
He had Randy Moss.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
He had the number 1 defense and the number 1 offense in the league 3 years.
He had Randy Moss for 1 season, and you know what? In the 1 season he had Randy Moss, that's Randy Moss' best season of all time. Okay, the rest of these clowns didn't get it done. I made Randy Moss look like what we wanted Randy Moss to look like his entire career. This is after they told Randy Moss he was washed up in with the Raiders.
What do I always say? You cannot bet on other people's stupidity, Anthony Richardson. Y'all that said Randy Moss was
Yo, the Raiders deserve a swift kick in the ass for that. They was like, oh yeah, damaged goods. This guy can't win anywhere. Tom Brady was like, hey,
yeah.
hold my
Now Josh makes a
championship
point
beer.
too. The rules changed like Dilfer. You can tell by Brady's stats. I mean, it's
Hey, we don't say that name anymore. That guy, that fool, we don't say his name anymore. Change the rules. Whatever the rules were, you sucked, my friend. You were a big coattail rider. I've never, y'all know now, Touchdown Tom is my guy. And that dude, you are widely known as the worst quarterback to win a Super Bowl. That is literally what you're most known for. Oh, who's the worst quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl? Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that is, that sucks for him too.
Like, I'm not even trying to take a shot. If people ask, all right, so who do you think is the worst quarterback to win a Super Bowl? Your name is at the top of the list, at the very top of the list, every time.
Yeah, I mean, he wrote the defense.
You are you're our go-to. Oh yeah, without a doubt, that guy. I don't even feel comfortable saying his name after the foolishness he said. But if you don't know, then you've never watched a football game ever.
Yeah. All right, man. So that was an impromptu discussion, but it was something that I thought about because I do think LeBron and Tom Brady careers are similar. I think just Tom Brady ended up winning more chips than LeBron. But I think the careers are very, very, very similar in terms of longevity, having the greatest career of all time. I think they are. But let's get to this All-Star Weekend, Sade. So,
wait, before we get there, hey, NBA. We need some level of social awareness. Don't do this again. NBA All-Star, and I hope y'all see, I'm sure you're going to see the results. The NBA All-Star and Salt Lake City do not mix, bro. If I have to deal with Trae Young because culturally it makes the most sense, then let me tell you, NBA, culturally, Salt Lake City makes no sense.
I got a lot of questions for the NBA.
And I'm going to tell you right now, I think that is why we have Julius Randle in the three-point contest, because I don't think that makes any sense anywhere else. I don't even think the Knicks are like, what? You said you want Julius? That ain't the best three-point shooter on our team.
They had to get Julius there.
So nobody else going to Utah, dog. Them tickets are sold, bro.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, the first out of the gate for NBA All-Star Weekend was the Rising Stars Challenge, and we'll get to that. But before we talk about that, I got to talk about the HBCU game that's happening. Shout out to the NBA Players Association. They have done this multiple years. This year, they actually are having Southern University versus Grambling University, which is kind of a big deal. For those that, if you watch the Splashcast, I talk about Southern all the time. Went to school there. They have a giant rivalry, the biggest rivalry in HBCU sports, I would say, is Southern and Grambling.
I'm going to say Hampton and Howard.
You can say that. Have you been to Southern and Grambling?
I'm willing to be wrong. Committed to my answer. I didn't say I'm right all the time. I said I believe in my answers.
So, my headphones died.
Well, once again, while Reggie figures out what he's going to do with his audio here, I'll take a moment. Imagine you get picked. You're like, oh man, we're going to play in the NBA All-Star. They have an HBCU game, and we're going to play in that game. And then they tell you, hey, man, it's in Salt Lake City, Utah. Well, I'd rather go on, I'd rather just take me to class, bro. That's what I'm doing. I got school. I got school. It's cold there.
Damn, I ain't got
everybody else there is rich.
See, this is why I don't broke. Clean up. This is why I don't be cleaning up. I clean up, and now I can't find shit.
That's what happens when you get old.
Okay, got
That's
no
easy.
headphones. Y'all got an
Nothing
echo
about
going.
it.
It is what it is.
Yep.
When it
But
comes
yeah, for
to
the HBCUs alone, just do right by them and just never have this thing in Salt Lake City.
so
And then actually just send me over a list. I will tell you where we don't want to go.
yeah, yeah. So with the HBCUs, what they're doing is they are highlighting with this game. They're highlighting HBCUs every year. Of course, they're highlighting Southern University and Grambling State University. Of course, they've made a commitment to telling the story of HBCUs. Of course, Southern was founded in 1880. Grambling was founded in 1901. Grambling, of course, has the acclaim for all of their football, accolades, but they have awarded over 40,000 degrees all over the place. There are 6 degree granting programs at Southern, including the nation's. It's a top 5 law school every year. They have a top 10 nursing program every year. So not only are they using this as a platform to highlight HBCUs, they're also using this as a platform to get more involvement between HBCU students into the NBA front office and into the leadership roles, which is something that's really, really cool. So I'm excited for this game. Y'all know who I'm picking. If you don't know who I'm picking, you're not paying attention to the splash cast.
He's going for Grambling, folks. He's going for Grambling.
Say that again.
I say he's going for Grambling, ladies and gents. Going for Grambling.
I'm picking Southern University, Norwood. Are you picking anybody else? And would you like to bet?
Nope, I haven't done enough research to go in here blind. I'm still sipping on Super Bowl brews, baby. And I do not want to trick my money off on a haphazard bet on a team that I have not watched nor researched. No. We're being way more fiscally responsible in 2023. New year, new me, which is a new you. And always remember, follow, subscribe, follow the podcast. We love you. You love us too.
All right. So I'm taking Southern. Anybody else taking anything else, y'all let me know. I'm willing to bet, even though I'm sure y'all won't.
Hell no.
Then you got the skills challenge. Skills challenge, Team Antetokounmpo versus Team Jazz, which is interesting. And then Team Rooks. Jaden Ivey, Paolo Banchero, Jabari Smith on Team Rooks. Team Jazz, Jordan Clarkson, Colin Sexton, Walker Kessler. That has to be the biggest underdog in this discussion. As you have Team Antetokounmpo, Alex, Giannis, and Thanasis.
This also sums up the NBA All-Star Week. Hey, Giannis brothers, you just got to be there. And you're going to be there anyway because Giannis setting it out. Jazz, well, you guys y'all live here. But I'm even more mad if I'm like Jordan Clarkson, bro. Going on vacation. I'm not staying here where I probably don't live in the first place. No. Yeah. No. But you can probably do that early in the week and still go to California. So I guess it's fair.
I'm probably taking Team Rooks here. I don't unless Walker Kessler is really good and skilled that we don't know about.
So who do you think is the most skilled team here? Let's talk about it. Who do I think
is what?
The most skilled team.
Skilled team? The rookies? I think Giannis.
Not a chance.
Who's the most skilled team?
You think that the Jazz, Jordan Clarkson and Colin Sexton are the 4th and 5th most talented people on this?
Everybody on the rookies can shoot, dribble, and pass. I think only 2 people on the Jazz can shoot, dribble, and pass. I think 1 person on Team Antetokounmpo can shoot, dribble, and pass.
Who do you think can shoot on Team Giannis?
None of them can do all 3. So there's that. So that's what I'm basing my pick on. I think the Rooks, he can shoot, dribble, and pass. Paolo Banchero. Jaden Ivey can shoot, dribble, and pass. Jabari Smith can shoot, dribble, and pass. Jordan Clarkson can shoot, dribble, and pass. Unless Walker Kessler turns into something that we don't know, and I'm not going to lie, I do not pay attention to the Jazz. I watched them at the beginning when they were good, and I pay attention when Jordan Clarkson wants to fight
Do
up.
you know exactly what or do they all have to do like that dribble down, shoot, come back thing? Or I need to know what is actually required before I commit to this. Because
I had the rules up, and then I took them down. But I can find it for you. They gotta. I mean, you know the skills challenge. They get the ball, they dribble, they got to throw the ball through the hoop. They got to make a 3-point shot, a jump shot. They got to lay the ball up.
Is that the whole skills challenge?
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, I guess I'm picking the rookies too. Because Walker, I just don't think you can dribble that good. I think you're a good basketball player, and you're sure a hell of a replacement for Rudy Gobert. That is criminally underwritten and underappreciated. But yeah, I guess give me the rookies because the Giannis brothers is just Giannis. Yeah, and Walker Kessler. I think that Jordan Clarkson and Colin Sexton shoot, dribble, and pass better than all of the rookies.
Colin Sexton?
Hell
well,
yes.
I mean, yeah.
Hell yeah. Wait, let's not. I do not. And that's one of the things I've been a little frustrated with. Colin Sexton's a damn good basketball player. I don't know how people just good. Like.
I think he's got a bad reputation, but yeah, he's good.
I think he's a very good basketball player, and I still feel like I was right about that trade. But okay, cool. That's cool.
Cool when they do. Feel what?
I'm picking the rookies though. Yeah, because of Walker Kessler. I can't bet on Walker Kessler's dribble. That's stupid.
Okay, so you taking the rookies?
Yeah, I have to.
It was Walker Kessler for me. If it wasn't Walker Kessler and it was THT or I don't know what Lauri Markkanen is. Is he an All-Star?
Yeah, he's an All-Star.
Oh, well, I mean, Giannis is an All-Star. If it was Lauri Markkanen.
Oh, yeah. If Lauri Markkanen was there because he can shoot, dribble, and pass. Hell yeah.
They probably told him no. They said, nah, man, you can't have them.
But you also can't give them the Jazz, like, 3 best players and be like, beat these guys either.
So we taking the rookies.
What? Bro, I'm playing with my brothers. I'm playing with 3 guys I don't know. And you take the Utah Jazz minus the guys who aren't good?
I got a question for you. How far has the slam dunk competition fallen?
Oh, it's in hell. It is in hell. How many of these guys do you even want to see dunk? 1.5. Maybe.
Jericho Sims. So Jericho Sims for the Knicks. He seems like a hyper athletic guy, but I don't know if he has the creativity or he seems real rigid.
What center do you know that has ever been? Well, let me not say that.
None. No center.
Yeah, no.
Dwight Howard.
Yeah, Dwight Howard was that dude though. He did.
Dwight Howard. I mean, he won the dunk contest. Well, no, he got beat by Nate. Mac McClung.
But Dwight Howard.
He was in the Rising Stars game.
He's played for like 75 different colleges.
He was the oldest player in the Rising Stars game.
He's not his star is not rising. He should play in the Falling Stars game. He was the only person up there not. I want y'all to take a notice and look at the graphic very closely. One of those is a New York Knicks jersey. One of those is a Houston Rockets jersey. One of those is a New Orleans Pelicans jersey. And then I don't know who the hell the Blue Coats are. I guess that sounds kind of like the Washington Generals, which sounds like a G League.
He's with the 76ers. He's with the G League 76ers. So he was in the up-and-coming challenge last night, and we'll get to it.
He does not play in the NBA.
How does he not play in the NBA, or why does he not play in the NBA?
I didn't say either of those. I said confidently he does not. He is not an NBA player.
No, he's an internet sensation. But
but how?
Well, I
want to know.
9 and can.
No, he is not. Matt McClung is not 5'9". That is the only answer that I have for why people care about Matt McClung. He is not a very good basketball player. He is actually 6'2". And he does not play basketball in the NBA. He's always somehow ESPN. I don't get it. I do not get it. But relax, Wes Welker.
Sneaky said, up until last night, he didn't know that he was even in the league, and I said, "Well, he's not. He's in."
Yeah, you wouldn't know that he's in the league because he is for sure. He's not, but he's also not in the league, so it doesn't matter.
So you got Matt McClung, Jericho Sims, Kenyon Martin Jr., and Trey Murphy. I didn't know Trey Murphy was this good. He is having a coming out party this year for the New Orleans Pelicans. They have some
traded Zion. Could you imagine if you just could you imagine what you had back in a player that will play? Oh man.
I literally was about to we've been potting too long together. I was literally about to say, hey, Pelicans might have some decisions to make because Trey Murphy is dunking in the dunk contest. He's also shooting in the last 15 games of the season before the All-Star game. He's averaging like 48% from three-point land. So just imagine if they had done like I said and trade Zion. You could have got a haul back for Zion. Nobody's gonna trade Zion now. They have to. At this point, I think Zion, they have to figure out how they're going to get money out of a depreciating asset. So
Reggie,
they re-upped on Zion out of potential. And
who said that? Who said not to do that? Please tell me who said not to do that.
Huh?
Who said not to re-sign Zion?
You could not re-sign Zion. You couldn't. If you didn't re-sign Zion, you would get fired.
You could trade him.
Not if. To me, if you trade Zion while he's on his rookie contract, that means that he's a bust, and you already assume people around the league. You got to kind of look at it like you're playing Monopoly. You're not playing 2K, right? People around the league are going to assume that if you cut bait with Zion, that something's wrong, right? If you're trying to trade Zion, then something is wrong. At this point, they're trying to let Zion, if they do want to move him, because they put all their chips around. They built a team around him. So if you either have to
disagree with all of that.
Try to drive up the market price for Zion and assume that he's going to be traded, and maybe he'll try to force his way out or whatever. Or they did not build a team around Zion. They built a team in spite of Zion. You can't build around a guy who doesn't play. They put together a team that is good without Zion. So that is my biggest reasoning for moving him. The rest of those, you have enough players on that team that they're already pretty good, and Zion never plays. So if you trade Zion for one pretty good player and maybe some draft picks, you now have a deep team, and you haven't changed your team because Zion doesn't play. So if you're the other, so okay. If you are the other, team, right?
Yes.
Why would I give up draft picks for Zion? If you're cutting bait with Zion early, if you're the executive on the other side, a lot of times when I post trades or somebody posts trades, you say, why would the other team do that? If you're cutting bait with Zion and trying to trade him, why would I give you a player and multiple picks?
Perfect. I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm the New York Knicks, and we wanted him originally. We did not get him, and our fan base still would like Zion to play in New York. The NBA would like that.
Are still reeling from R.J. Barrett. They don't even know if they want him.
You could move R.J. Barrett. I think the Pelicans would be more than happy to take R.J. Barrett in 2 firsts. Or
R.J. Barrett and Trey Murphy play the same position.
Trey Murphy's going to that's what I want with this team. If I'm a team, I understand that to be competitive right now, you probably need to be somewhere between really 8 to 9 players deep. Trey Murphy, very good, but I could put him on the bench. Now I've bolstered my starting lineup with R.J. Barrett. I have 2 first-round picks so I can insulate my future. And on top of that, I still have Trey Murphy too. You're exactly right. That is exactly what my game plan was. It's very similar to the Trae Young situation. We have a team without him, trade him and get the haul back and then fill all the rest of the holes that we have left. Pause if needed. That was not.
So Sneaky Zion has played the equivalent of like 1 season. So to say that he's top 10 or 15 in the league, I don't know if that's necessary.
He doesn't play enough games. That's the issue. It's not that I don't think that Zion is a good basketball player. When he plays, he is dominant. He's dominant in a way that I haven't really seen anybody be that dominant since Shaquille O'Neal. Unfortunately, he's 6'6", and he's somewhere between 275 to 300 pounds. We all know how human metabolisms work. It just doesn't mathematically seem like it's going to pan out. I'm cutting bait because I told y'all to begin the season. I actually made a bet with my brother that he won't play 70% of the games. 70% of the games is a passing grade. All I'm saying is he will not be in attendance enough to pass. And he's not.
Well, a lot of players don't play 70% of the games now.
Well, not that young.
Huh?
Okay, even if they don't. Well, that was the bet that my brother made. That was just a bet. And on top of that, that's cool, but the Pelicans are a good team without him. So we need guys who can play. We could be a really good team if we have people who could play on a regular basis. So unfortunately, no, I'm cutting bait. And the Pelicans and Zion keep proving me right. But I have won $100 steak dinner off of that. Shout out to my brother, just like I won the Super Bowl beers. It's up and it's stuck. Jonte, what's good?
So who you taking in the dunk contest?
How about them Carolina Panthers?
Who you taking in the dunk contest?
Shit, can Dr. J get out there? Mac. He's got the most to play for.
Now you can pick Mac McClung.
Because this is going to be the highlight of probably.
I'm going to take Kenyon Martin Jr. Just because of the pedigree. You're going to take Mac McClung. So, this is actually who we need, though. We need this little boy right here. Yeah.
Man, let's do it.
Woo!
And while y'all playing, he ain't jumping that high, but that's a lot of coordination.
The degree of difficulty for the dunk.
Yeah.
I don't care how high he's jumping. That's difficult. He's got a lot of coordination. For those that are on Instagram, we are watching.
I don't know. I've been watching this kid for like 3 or 4 years.
But
I've been watching for like 3 or 4 years.
He does everything.
Also, you cannot do this much running in a black household. Well, you would be a whooped ass.
Nah, not off your mama's.
AJ.
Because who gonna
y'all just gonna be throwing stuff off the walls? Up there? throw one more thing. Here we go. Here we go, Lord Jesus.
You know what's funny? With the evolution of basketball, the dunk contest was the premier event until, the 3-point contest was always fun to watch, but it wasn't the premier event until Steph Curry. Now that the game has shifted to 3-point shooting and there's really no post play at all, you're run out of the league if you just do straight post moves. It's interesting how this is the highlight of the game. This is the highlight of the All-Star weekend.
Can we address this flyer here, this graphic here?
Say that again?
See, can we address this graphic right here? Can we address this?
Oh, well, who does not belong?
Thank you. See, there's a thing about, like, once I worked in sports for a long time, I have a very keen eye. No, it is clear who they do not respect on this list.
So the graphic, ladies and gentlemen, for Instagram Live, it was showing the 3-point contest is the actual participants: Tyrese Halliburton, Tyler Hero, Buddy Hield, Kevin Huerter, Damian Lillard, Lauri Markkanen, Julius Randle, and Jason Tatum. Julius Randle was put in there because Anthony Simons ended up hurting his ankle the game before the All-Star break. So,
and this is the thing.
Hey, what's up, T?
So let me. Oh, she's a Panthers fan, unfortunately. Good luck and Godspeed. But what I want y'all to really absorb from this graphic, and I might post this a little bit later so y'all can laugh too, is they have all the rest of the guys who we consider legitimate 3-point shooters in perfect form. They look like shooters. They look like 3-point assassins.
They got Julius Randle taking a free throw.
Halliburton looks like a shooter. Hero looked like he just knocked down game 6. Buddy looked like he just gave you 47. Kevin Huerter looks like peak red velvet with the shoe. Is that a shooting? Oh, I thought he just need a tan. My bad. I thought that was a shooting sleeve. Dame looked like he just put you out of the playoffs. Laurie looks like deadlift shrimp 2.0. Julius Randle looked like he just shot a granny shot.
Like
he looked like he shot an underhand free throw. He looked like, hey, nephew, come watch me shoot this ball here. This ball is eye level, no follow through. This looks like it could be a chest pass, honestly. This is disrespectful. And if I'm Julius Randle, I'm writing to David Stern, bro. Never put me on anything ever. I find this extremely, extremely disrespectful. And then you go back, Jason Tatum looked like he just hit Game 7, Mike Jordan, Kobe Bryant fadeaway on him. Bro, leave me out the graphic if you're gonna do this.
So who you taking? I'm selfish. So this is why I am a proponent of chaos, right? The Hawks.
If you don't know who I picked already, then you don't know me very well.
Okay, I don't know you. But I'm a proponent of chaos. I want to see, to me, the reason that Norwood always was hard on Kevin Huerter was because he always looked like he was about to cry. He always looked like he wasn't had the mental fortitude, even though he showed up in Game 7 against the Philadelphia 76ers in the semifinals that year.
Played out of his mind.
That he didn't have the mental fortitude to take the next step. And then this motherfucker got over to Sacramento, and he's all world.
Now he's also kind of regressed back to the mean. He's back to pretty much regular Kevin Huerter, but he's on a team that's winning.
So to me, how can I say this? Kevin Huerter to me is on a very similar team, except if you take Trae Young off the Hawks and put DeJounte Murray as the starting point guard, I think DeJounte Murray, even though DeJounte Murray and De'Aaron Fox are two different players in terms of speed and pace, they're both hyper athletic players that can distribute. I think it's pretty much the same team. Now, the difference between Sacramento and Atlanta is Domantas Sabonis is allowed to operate in the paint because he is the 4-5. I don't even know who their starting 5 is if it's not Domantas. But he's able to operate in the paint by himself.
No. He's the 5. He sits in the paint, but he's more high post and he passes. You got Keegan Murray, who's the rookie, who I think is their starting 4.
If you look at the Sacramento makeup, Kevin Huerter on that team, their DeAndre Hunter is Keegan Murray, right? Their John Collins is a step up in Domantas Sabonis.
Keegan Murray is really John Collins. They're actually kind of very similar in their game.
Keegan Murray can put the ball on the floor and create his own shot.
I mean, but ish.
Yeah. If you look at
he dribbles better than John.
He's more compared to DeAndre Hunter than John Collins.
He dribbles better than John, but they're about the same size, and John's a better post player. I mean,
that's why I've said he's kind of DeAndre Hunter. John Collins and DeAndre Hunter are the same size.
He's kind of a hybrid. If you actually look at it, he is kind of like if you put John Collins and DeAndre Hunter together, you kind of got Keegan Murray. But way less defense.
I'm gonna say way less defense. Like DeAndre Hunter, and the way that they're set up, Domantas Sabonis is able to operate in the paint with nobody else in the paint, unlike John Collins, who has to stay out of the paint because of Clint Capella. So correct. I think that Sacramento is a better version, or the version of that the Hawks are trying to be.
Highly evolved version of the Hawks.
And if Kevin Huerter goes out there and scorches, because he's already created a buzz because Kevin Durant saw him and talked about him, and Sacramento's good, and he's hit game-winning shots. But if he goes out there and wins the three-point contest, everybody will be looking at this team right here like, what the hell, Hawks? What are you guys doing? You traded Kevin Huerter, and now y'all are the 12th seed and can't get past 500. So I'm an agent of chaos. Y'all know I like chaos. I want Kevin Huerter to win. I don't.
Well, we're doubling.
Unless Dame Lillard.
We doubling down on Red Velvet, man. Old Atlanta vet. We should not have traded him. We only traded him because our owners are cheap. There's no reason to get rid of him. He's been a fantastic player. He would have been great off the bench in the points that we need so desperately. But we wanted to be under the luxury tax, so we traded him away for one holiday. And it's trash. It's ghetto here. This is poverty.
All right, man. So who else we got? We got before we keep going, shout out to the GOAT, man. We did a lot of GOAT talk earlier. Happy birthday to the greatest basketball player that I've ever seen. That a lot of people have.
The world has ever seen. If y'all saw somebody else play better basketball than Michael Jordan, it's a lie. It's artificial intelligence. They made it up in a lab, and it's never happened. As far as I'm considered, it's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. Shout out to my boy Mike, root to the Q's. Congratulations. This flight tip is for you. Come fly
Shout
with
out
me.
to you, Mike. Last night was the Rising Stars Challenge. Did you actually watch that?
Nope, I did not.
So I'm not gonna lie to you. I like the tournament style that they have. Instead of just having the rookies versus the sophomores,
I do too.
They actually had a tournament style with Darren Williams, of course, Utah Jazz, New Jersey Nets, Brooklyn Nets legend. They had Jason Terry, who had a lot of the G League players on there. Kenneth Lofton Jr. is a problem, people. Just gonna let y'all know now.
Baby
Matt
Zion
McClung was the oldest person out of everybody. He was 24.
All per the usual.
Team Joakim Noah had Jalen Duren, who actually was hurt, but they had Josh Giddey, Evan Mobley, Jabari Smith, Jalen Williams, and Sohan.
Wait. But this team is a cheat. Giddey is a tall monster. Evan Mobley is a tall monster. Jabari Smith is a tall monster. Jeremy Shohan is a kind of tall monster. And Jalen Williams is a kind of tall monster.
Sohan he is the evolution of Dennis Rodman. Like, he out there doing everything. Everything.
Yes.
He's amazing.
Yes. And I want y'all to also notice, like, these 6'8" guys in the NBA, because you got, what, 3 or 4 of them here?
So
Josh Giddey.
Yeah, 6'8", 6'10", 6'8", 6'5", 6'11", 7, 6'5".
Like, there was a point where this was a guards league. This has gone back to, like, it's not a big man's league, it's an intermediate man's league, and all of these guys are like 6'8".
I say it all the time, man. The Hawks were 10 years too early with that Joe Johnson team with Joe Johnson, Josh Childress, Josh Smith, Al Horford, the whole 6'8" to 6'10" crew. They were 10 years too early. 10 years too early.
That's facts. That's for sure facts.
They would have been a problem. But, of course, this team, Joakim Noah, and Josh Giddey, to me, man, he looks like Larry Bird out there. He shoots, he passes, he dribbles, he plays defense. Like, not great defense, but he stays in front of you. And he's like 6'8", so he plays the 2 or the 1. So he's normally guarding somebody that's 5 inches shorter than him.
Yes. And, I mean, you got to give, and I told y'all, you got to give a lot of credit to the Thunder. You got 2 rising stars out there.
All the time.
SGA is playing out of his mind. They are picking the right people. Now, eventually, there has to be a veteran. You have to get some veterans, and you got to get some chemistry. But they are continuously picking the right players, and that's half of the battle.
So, and then there was Team Powell, Jose Alvarado, Banchero, Scotty Barnes, Jaden Ivey, Benedict Mathurin, Keegan Murray, Andrew Nembhard. And, of course,
this team I like less.
Of course, Team Powell won. They ended up beating the Joakim Noah team in the championship. The G League team played okay. They look like a G League team. I mean, Kenneth Lofton Jr. was good. Scoot Henderson is hyper athletic. He's got to learn how to shoot, though. He's got to learn how to shoot. But they were good. But Team Powell played. And, of course, your man, Jose Alvarado was MVP. Hit the game-winning shot to win it.
Grand Theft Alvarado is one of the best nicknames.
Grand Theft Alvarado. Georgia Tech's finest. Not finest.
Knicks,
Georgia Tech's.
Knicks. Nah. You have to put him in that conversation because he's earned everything.
Conversation of what?
I mean, why get? Nah, you're right. You're right. Let me get out of there. They got Jared Jack. They got Chris Bosh. No, he's not. And Stephon Marbury. My humblest apologies. But Knicks, you need to find a way. Knicks, you got one job. You have one job, and this is not a very difficult job. You have to find a way to get this guy on your team. If this guy does not play in Madison Square Garden, I'm gonna assume you don't care about anything. He is he's not a great basketball player, but he is a great he has to play for the Knicks. He is a true New Yorker. He's not expensive. You got to find a way to let one of your guys come home and show, like, because he's a normal, he's a regular-ish basketball guy. He has no striking physical abilities. He's just hardworking, and he finds a way on the floor. I mean, it would be tough to get me.
Yeah,
no, it wouldn't be.
He plays well. So shout out to them.
I was about to say it would. I was gonna say it would be tough to get me to leave New Orleans and go to New York. You would not. If you call me and say, "Hey, I want you to be a Knick and leave the Pelicans," hey, shout out to the 504 boys, but I'm out of there. Especially that's his hometown. Like that's got to be the ultimate of ultimates is to play for the Knicks, being in New York.
Yeah, he could go. So shout out to them for it was very entertaining. They played in the first games. It was 2 games to 40, and then the championship game was to 25. It was pretty dope. A lot of young players. Benedict Mathurin is good. I mean, they're all good. I mean, you're seeing the next wave of players. I mean, the LeBron, Dame Lillards, Paul George's, Kawhi's is all like 38 to 35, 34, 33, somewhere in there. So you're now starting to see a lot of these younger players come into the league and establish themselves. So shout out to Jose Alvarado.
This is also super important, especially like looking at like Jabari Smith versus Tari Eason. Drafting is not as easy and cut and dry as people believe it.
Oh no, not in NBA. You only get 2 picks. You gotta hit on 1 pick every draft.
But I'm saying, like, if you look at the Rockets, who had 2 first-rounders, they drafted Jabari Eason second. They drafted Jabari Smith second, Tari Eason like 17 and 19, wherever that was. Tari Eason's a better basketball player than Jabari Smith right now.
Well, most of your number 1 picks are hardly any number 1 pick is picked for immediate.
Phil, what up? But they're on the same team.
Yeah, but I'm saying any number 1 pick, you're picking that person to be the star of the team. Futures. Normally they're picked on potential. There's very few number 1 picks that just come in and straight dominate from day one.
Paolo.
Who?
Paolo showed up on day 1 and said, "Hey, I'm gonna play good enough to probably be a Hall of Famer on day 1."
Who did?
Banchero.
Well, yeah. There's more people that don't than do.
Yeah.
And Banchero, up until 2 weeks before the draft, was projected to be number 3.
No, he was not. Y'all see, every year people start acting crazy around draft time, and I tell y'all before, this is the guy to pick. Paolo was the man. I told y'all, do not get around Trey, Luka, and then.
No. You can say all that. You can pat yourself on the back on YouTube. The whole draft process, Chet Holmgren and who's number 2? Jabari was floated as number 1 for a long time because of what he was doing at Auburn. Auburn.
Yes.
And then Chet Holmgren was doing well. And then everybody said the most pro-ready was Paolo Banchero.
I forgot.
But you also got to realize at Duke, he was held back. So then when they started doing workouts, they was like, hey, this dude Banchero is like really good. Like really, really, really good.
I watched him play a couple times and said, oh, if I got money, that's the money I spend. Yeah. Right there. The rest of y'all is cool. Y'all could grow up to be. And Holmgren is the ace in the hole that I completely forget about every time. You got Giddey, you got Jalen Williams, you got SGA, You're gonna have another excellent draft pick this year, and you have Chet Holmgren. They're gonna be a team. They're gonna be a problem for some teams. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, they can keep everybody. But yeah, I forgot where I was going with this. But oh, now that we're done with the rookie game, the celebrity game was last night. It was okay. DK Metcalf was out there just being every time a football player plays in a basketball celebrity game, they just big man everybody out of the way, which is what he did again.
Well, I mean, he basically looks like he looked in the NFL. I'm more athletic than everybody else. I have some skills, but not a ton.
It was entertaining. So that was fun to watch for a little bit.
He made it very clear he is more athletic than everybody else on that floor. And if you get down there under that paint,
I'm going to dunk.
You dunk that. Yes.
So we can't really pick the All-Star game because they don't pick the teams until 2 hours before the game. But we can have a discussion about how soft these NBA players are. Talking about they don't want to be picked last. You are in the All-Star game. You are amongst all the best players, allegedly, because there's a lot of people that were snubbed. All of the best players in the game. And if you're going to get picked last, you just get picked last. It is what it is. But since we're going to have a conversation, who you think going to get picked last?
Let me see who on this list I will pick last. Not Bam, not Jalen. Okay,
tough, ain't it?
Not DeMar. Not Anthony Edwards, which is bad because he's the last
Jaylen
guy
Brown
to get added.
Play in this game. Wow.
De'Aaron Fox, let me hold you. You might be it. Jrue Holiday.
Okay. Well, while you think about it, my answer
if
is
it's me,
Julius Randle or Pascal Siakam. Those two are going to be the last.
Hell no. Hell no. Well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm picking Jrue Holiday last. The absolute last. Very last.
Jrue Holiday's candidate for last player pick.
He is the last. He is the last
All-Star game type game.
Everybody else kind of does. It's Pascal and Julius are very, in hindsight, are kind of very similar players. But they can dribble the ball for bigs. I don't really want to call them big because they're like more intermediates.
I mean, they're stretch fours. I mean, it is what it is.
Yes.
The stretch fours have to be able to dribble the ball.
Yeah, but so if it's me, I'm picking Jrue Holiday last. Who you picking first?
First? Oh. Who's is Team Giannis and Team LeBron?
No, I'm picking.
You gotta go Joel or Nikola Jokic, don't you?
No. You got to pick out of the reserves. Reserves getting picked first. Remember, you pick reserves first, then they're gonna pick starters.
Reserves get picked first.
Yes, that's the whole elimination of last pick.
Anthony Edwards.
You became first?
Jaylen Brown is there. Anthony Edwards, SGA.
I'm picking Jaylen Brown.
Lillard. Dame Lillard would be one. Dame Lillard or Anthony Edwards for me.
I'm picking SGA or Jaylen Brown first.
One? Wow.
Hell yeah. Jaylen Brown is quietly one of my favorite players in the NBA.
Anthony Edwards is going to try to catch the meanest body.
Oh man. now the worst guy y'all could have put in the All-Star game is that dude that played college.
Anthony Edwards is going to try to destroy.
He is going to try to prove a point that I'm not supposed to be a reserve, and I want to sit back and watch it, and I'm excited for it. And I'm gonna tell you, he's not afraid of any of you. Not one soul is he afraid of, and I assume that very few of you he actually respects. Good luck and Godspeed. and I want to see what it looks like.
Yep. Of course, Team LeBron is playing for the big brothers and big sisters of Utah, and Team Giannis is playing for the Raise the Future, Connect the Youth, Support Families, and Create Hope. That's also a conversation based out of Utah. And then 2023 All-Star halftime performances. It's interesting that they got for Utah. Now, you always do say it's All-Star. I said All-Star is just like pro football, just like this is their Super Bowl to me. This is their Super Bowl. So they're gonna have a halftime performance. They're having Burna Boy, Tim's, Rima, and Post Malone and Vin Diesel. Oh, All-Star introduction. Vin Diesel, and then Jewel is doing the national anthem, and Julie Black is doing the Canadian national anthem.
Wait, hold on. Isn't Jewel Canadian though?
Her?
No, not that's yes. I could have sworn that Jewel
That's
was.
a question that I don't have the answer for. So,
Out of all the people, I knew that you would be the person who probably had the least chance to know that. I don't blame you. You gotta know where you fall in the scheme of things.
I mean, they covered the bases though, because Post Malone is definitely like the country rap. Now he be dibbling dabbling in hip hop and country. I like Rima. Tim's, of course, is Tim's, and Burna Boy is definitely the headliner. Well, Post Malone, I'm gonna tell you, Burna Boy is definitely Class A.
Okay, so Jewel is from Alaska, Jewel is from Alaska, not Canada. I was close, but no cigar.
Tundra.
Yes, as I think they're having Carnival right now, so I'm kind of surprised that Burna Boy is not in Trinidad and Tobago. But with that, I mean, yeah, you gotta get your bag. You got the hit song for the last 2 summers, I think. You gotta strike while the iron is hot. It's unfortunate that it's in Utah, but he's the right guy. He's definitely the right guy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I like how
wrong city.
I want to talk about the Knicks kicking the Hawks' ass. Oh, Joe.
He's
Joe,
right. He's right.
You've been quiet for 3 years.
He's right. Now, and Joe, and I will say Joe isn't really quiet. Me and Joe talk about Hawks, Knicks pretty
well.
much.
Joe, I am ready to concede that Julius Randle just absolutely abuses John Collins.
What's good, team?
He abuses John Collins every time they play.
That's not a Collins matchup. That's what I try to explain about our team.
What is a Collins matchup? Because he's a stretch 4. Every stretch 4 that he plays, he gets destroyed. Every stretch.
Cam Reddish trade. Hold on. We'll get to Cam Reddish here in a second. So I view the Hawks as a team. On different nights, you have different guys who flourish. I think that Julius Randle is a very difficult matchup for John Collins. But if you look at their center, Clint Capella has to punish Isaiah Hartenstein or Jericho Sims. You have to win that matchup. In the backcourt, you have Jalen Brunson, and who's there too? Josh Hart now?
Quentin Grimes,
no, who's
RJ
the 3?
Barrett.
Who's the 3 then?
Julius is the 4. Hartenstein is the 5. Jalen is the 1. Oh, Josh Hart is the 2.
Okay, so Trae Young and DeJounte Murray have to destroy Jaylen Brown and Josh Hart. That's your game.
Damn,
that's your time to.
bombs.
Well, said unfortunately is unrealistic. Clint Capella is top 3 in rebounds, top 4 in offensive rebounds. We're not trading Clint Capella unless we get another guy who's basically a rebound champ. Those guys are not available. So you can go ahead and get that out of your mind. But yeah, so our front court has to win that game, and they should be able. Trae and DeJounte should beat the Knicks front court handily.
You mean the backcourt?
Backcourt. Excuse me. They should handle the backcourt relatively easy.
With the trade that the Knicks made with Josh Hart, they are really, really deep. They are, because our backcourt, we match up with their starters. But I mean, you got
Bogey. Bogey, I think that DeJounte Murray
Bogey's
and Bogey
inconsistent,
are
bro.
better.
Bogey is inconsistent.
He's better. He's better than Josh Hart, though.
You think so?
Gotta be. He has to be. He has to be.
Why does he have to be better than Josh Hart? Our perimeter defense is ass. Josh Hart plays perimeter defense, and he shoots the three.
If I gotta pick Bogey or Josh Hart, I want Bogey. Give me Bogey.
That is what you always say that. That's not a clear cut pick to me. Josh Hart is younger, more healthy, plays better defense, shoots the three. I don't know if I pick Bogey over Josh Hart.
Well, okay, Josh Hart is also the starter. So DeJounte Murray or Josh Hart? Is it even close?
Well, no. Now that's a pivot because you talking about Josh Hart or Bogey. So now at that point, you have Quentin Grimes coming off the bench, and then you had who shot our lights out, and then you got Quickly coming off the bench. You got Jericho Sims, who the real conversation for you Knicks fans is what y'all gonna do with Mitchell Robinson?
He's been hurt. But okay, so this is the thing. Wait. If you give me the bench, off the bench, give me Bogey and AJ Griffin. I want Bogey and AJ Griffin before Quentin Grimes and Quickly. Easy money.
Oh, Grimes is the starter. Grimes is the starter. Hart is off the bench.
Grimes,
so then I'm taking Hart over Bogey. If you want to make it that way, Hart is off the bench. I would take Hart over Bogey. I don't know if.
But you're not taking Trey or Jalen Brunson. You know how I feel about Trey.
How do we get to Trey and Jalen Brunson? We talking about Grimes. We talking about the Knicks.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson is the starting point guard for the Knicks.
Oh, Jalen Brunson. I thought you said Jalen Brown. I said Jalen Brown. Trey or Jalen Brunson?
Trey.
I mean, this year you got to take Jalen Brunson. This year, this Jalen Brunson looks like.
But okay, so once
Jalen Brunson is the sole reason that people are talking about Luka being a super ball hog. He's the sole reason that they're having the conversation that other people can't play with Luka. How that conversation started this year is just because Jalen Brunson has gone to the Knicks and gone out of his mind.
See, I don't think that's fair. Luka basically showed up and they said, "Hey, this is the ball." Jalen Brunson showed up and he wasn't getting a ton of burn. He was only getting maybe 15 or 20 minutes. So it's not like this guy was playing before last season. He was playing a ton of minutes. Jalen Brunson has been good for 1.5 seasons at this point. Let's not act like he's been good.
So the point is you kind of stepping over the point. The point is you're saying he's been good for 1.5 seasons, but they're having the conversation of he was only good for 1.5 seasons because he's being held back by Luka because Luka is so ball dominant.
Well, he wasn't getting the minutes.
Right. So now that he's starting 5 in New York, he's getting the minutes and he's playing out of his. I mean, his bag is crazy. Like he can score from anywhere on the court at 6 feet, anywhere, and not get knocked down to the ground. He's like a small Harden. The way that he's herky jerky and moves, he reminds me of a small Harden, and he's a problem.
But Brunson and Grimes versus Trey and DeJounte. Trey and DeJounte should win that handily. I don't think that should be a competition. RJ and Hunter is a dog fall to me.
Push.
Randall and Collins.
Randall.
John
Collins we are the biggest John Collins fans, but he has regressed. He has.
But wait. But also, I believe Julius Randle to be a very good basketball player that people don't respect. Knicks fans want to trade Julius.
He's better than John Collins.
I think that. No. I agree with that. I think that Julius Randle's a damn good. Like I think Julius Randle's a very good power forward. That people just think that the Knicks had a shitty season, so they were like, "Oh, trade Julius." I was like, "Oh, y'all are idiots." And I told you,
no. You see, you trying to pat yourself on the back again. Julius had a great year then he choked in the playoffs. Then the next year, wait, because you're about to yell. Then the next year, they didn't have a great year. So then they were like, well, might as well just blow it up. The piece that you trade would be Julius Randle because that's who you're going to get the most back from, him and RJ Barrett. Instead, they got rid of Fournier. I don't know why. They got Fournier out of there. They traded some pieces, and they ended up getting Jalen Brunson. And now that Julius isn't just the main focal point and the number, well, I guess he's kind of like 1B. And R.J. Barrett is now the fourth option, third option, fourth option.
Third option. Julius, Jalen, RJ. That's how it works in my head. I don't know if that's right.
This Knicks fan didn't want to trade Julius, and Nick Mitchell told you to stop yelling.
No, okay, so this is my thing. First of all, there was definitely a lot of people who said because Julius re-signed with them, right?
Yeah. He re-signed
2 years ago.
I think he's got to re-sign again, if I'm not mistaken.
I was the person that said, Julius, you should go to Miami. You and Bam Adebayo together.
Everybody said that. You are not the only voice in the sports world.
Nobody said Julius to Miami. Not a soul. If you can find somebody who said that, if you can pull up one article, I will digress. I was the only person that said that, you know what? Bam Adebayo, you're not really a 5. Julius, you're not really a 5. But together, you guys could be a hell of a combination. I was the only person. The only. Singular. By myself. But I always said that Julius was a really good basketball player. And they should have given him way more respect. Now, did they choke in the playoffs? Julius is just not the guy to carry the team by himself. He's not that guy either. You have to have a reasonable understanding of people's skill set. Julius is just a really good basketball player, but he needs help, which they've gotten him a little bit of help, and now they're moving forward. Are you crazy? Bam and Julius can both pass. Bam is a better rebounder. Julius can actually stand out there and play the stretch 4. You are tripping. That's an excellent combination, and it's way better than Fat Lowry, who you're trying to move at 35 or 40 Julius, million.
I mean,
you're crazy.
He's not really the number one, if I'm not mistaken.
They don't have to play in the same place because Julius can shoot. You could actually put Julius on the perimeter and leave Bam in the middle, and they can pass back and forth because they're both good passers and decent dribblers. So you could actually have like a big man pick and roll type of move.
Well, I think Julius is flourishing because he doesn't have to be the playmaker.
And you still got Jimmy in Miami.
And
you had Healer.
I don't know. See, Jimmy.
Exactly,
Jimmy
Joe.
Isn't. To me, Jimmy should be in a Julius role in Miami. Miami needs a playmaking point guard. Like, I think Julius has to flourish with a playmaking point guard in order to be effective. If Julius is the focal point and he has to pass the ball, score, play, like he's not going to be that guy.
He can't do it all.
That's what they tried to make him be last year, and it didn't work. They went and got Jalen Brunson, but the thing is, now that Julius is flourishing, and Jalen has the ball in his hand, and Quentin Grimes is the spot-up shooter, and Hartenstein is the rebounder, where does that leave R.J. Barrett? Because R.J. Barrett is not a good spot-up shooter. R.J. Barrett is best going downhill and finishing at the rim. Right now, he is the odd man out, which is crazy because he's the number 2 pick?
If you do that, okay, so if you have a player that allows everybody else to flourish in their role by shrinking their roles, i.e. a guy like John Collins, you have to understand that guy's actually better suited to do something else. But he, by not being in the way of everybody else, is allowing the rest of your players to flourish. So if you just subtract him out and put another guy in, you're not going to get the same return on your investment that you think you're getting.
Come on, RJ
that
Barrett?
Guy, yes.
No, what? RJ Barrett right now, to me, seems a little lost in that offense. Although he's supposed to be the guy that, I guess he's the slasher and dunker and finisher at the rim.
He's DeAndre Hunter. He's what option is DeAndre Hunter on our team?
I didn't say that again.
What option is DeAndre Hunter on our team?
3. Well, 3. Yeah, 3.
3 for it. Yeah. I mean,
he's 3.
You're right.
John Collins is the 4th option.
You're
really
right. So
they'd rather throw the alley to Capella versus the ball to John Collins.
Blows my mind too. But Yeah, I'm not getting rid of RJ. I'm happy with RJ. I am.
Yeah, I mean the
Everybody
salary
can.
cap. And he signed a team friend. Ironically, he signed a team friendly deal, didn't he? He didn't sign a max.
Nah, yeah, it's a very reasonable deal. I'm not getting rid of RJ. People try to do that. Well, everybody else is playing well. We think you could play better. Well,
RJ's shooting. All right. RJ is now. I will agree with the New Yorkers. He's playing.
I don't think he's playing the
decent
best basketball. He's not playing the
scoring
best
at a good
basketball
clip because he's slashing. He's having one of the worst shooting.
Yeah,
If I'm not mistaken, he can't shoot the three at all.
He's not playing the best basketball of his career. I think that was last year. He played the best basketball because that's when they wanted to trade Julius because RJ was playing so good. But it's always going to be that evolution of as our team gets better, then you might have to not do everything that you were doing before, even though you could probably still do it. I think that DeAndre Hunter could score more points on a worse team. I think that he could be a 20-point, but that's a lot more shots, which he'd be willing to shoot. But he allows
He's shooting 30% from three. So he's not having a great three, but he's not a great 3-point shooter. Now that I look at his career stats.
But I also think that he's also surrounded by guys where everybody scores from basically the same place. Majority of their scorers are 2-point scorers.
Or who?
On the Knicks.
The 3-point shooting forwards?
No. What I'm saying is the majority of the players on the Knicks score in the paint.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So everybody shoot except for Quentin Grimes.
So you have 4 to 5 guys who are looking to score in the same spot every time. Well, no, that's not helping me be great because that's the issue where Anthony Edwards didn't dunk for like the first week of the season, 2 weeks of the season. There's always a guy in the paint. Either Karl-Anthony Towns is there or Rudy Gobert standing in the paint. That's where I dunk the ball. Well, if he's standing there, I can't dunk the ball. Same thing with Isaiah Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson and Jericho Sims. They're all right there together. If I was playing with a guy who could stretch the floor, I could attack the basket without there being a defender standing there.
Yeah. But
I mean, as a center, I can camp in the paint and I know I can guard my man and I can guard probably at least one more guy as long as I move.
As of now, I think the Knicks are they're just better than the Hawks. Like they are clearly, to me, they are clearly better than the Hawks right now. They're a deeper team. They're a better finishing team at the rim. They are a better passing team. They're a better shooter. They are going to be now. They're probably Joe, I can see them as the 5th seed.
So this is how I feel about the Hawks and Knicks. I think that the Hawks are a better team. I feel like the Knicks play better basketball and have better leadership. There's no way I will ever fix my mouth to think that the Knicks have a better roster than the Atlanta Hawks. Not a chance. Not a chance.
So you said 3 different things there. You said the Knicks play better basketball.
Team basketball.
Hawks are the better team.
Roster.
No, you said team.
Okay. When I say team, I meant roster.
Don't have a better roster. So that's why I said that's 3 different things. I think the Knicks. Let me clarify.
The Knicks have a better. No. I think the Knicks are a worse team. They play better together. Hawks are a better team. They don't have the same.
How can you be a better team
they don't.
And not play good together? How does explain that to me?
So okay, so you believe just because you have the most talent, then y'all play the best basketball together?
Huh?
I think the Hawks have more talent.
That's different than being a better team. Having talent and being the better team is 2 different things.
Okay, so let me clarify.
The Patriots with Tom Brady had the better team, but they beat teams that were more talented every year.
The Hawks are more talented than the Knicks. The Knicks are a better team. That's what I meant for clarification purposes. I don't think the Knicks versus Hawks is actually even close.
Really?
Oh. Clint Capella is better than all 3 of their centers. All 3 of them. I think Okongwu, it might be better than all 3 of their centers.
The Knicks are definitely center deficient. Jericho Sims is hyper athletic.
What you want, Jericho Sims, or you want Onyeka Okongwu?
I don't know. I would like Okongwu, but Okongwu's just 6'8". That's the only thing. But
okay, but you also Jericho Sims versus Giannis. Who you think gonna do a better job on defense? Okongwu or Sims?
I didn't hear what you said.
Okongwu or Jericho Sims when you got to guard Giannis?
What? 0. I mean, Giannis is going to score 40 points no matter what.
Yes, but Okongwu is going to do a much better job than Jericho Sims.
Man, look,
in my opinion.
And that's, ladies and gentlemen, this is an example of Norwood changing conversations and pivoting to try to make himself sound right. I think the overarching thing is, wow, a lot of people disagree with you. The Knicks are a better team than the Hawks. The Hawks.
Okay,
have more
so let's
potential.
go down the team. So you think that Capella is better at the 5, right?
Yeah.
Randall's better at the 4.
Julius.
Dog Fall at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Grimes or DeJounte Murray?
DeJounte Murray.
Trey or Jalen Brunson?
This year, Jalen Brunson. You agreed with that literally 20 minutes ago.
Okay. Okongwu or Isaiah Hartenstein?
Push.
Hell no. Who's the Knicks backup 4?
Bogey or Josh Hart.
Bogey.
I'm taking Josh Hart. You taking Bogey.
Wait.
AJ
Jalen Johnson
Griffin
versus
or Isaiah or Quickly.
Hold on. Jalen Johnson versus Obi Toppin.
Obi Toppin? Just because Jalen don't get to play.
Obi don't play but 12 minutes a game neither.
What does Jalen play? 6?
Yeah, I mean that's a push. Those are two both underutilized players. I guess our backup 3 is that Saddiq Bey or Josh Hart. Saddiq Bey or Josh Hart.
Who? I said Josh Hart over Bogey.
Nah, they got McBride at the starting 1, which I guess is where you would probably have to put Bogey.
Huh?
You're right. This is actually a pretty well matched team. AJ Griffin or Emmanuel Quickly. I'm gonna say that's a push.
Quickly. I think AJ Griffin will be a better basketball player very soon. But Emmanuel Quickly is a better scorer. And for what they need scoring. We need defense.
I don't know. I don't know what we need now.
And I mean, you can't say coaching because Tom Thibodeau
Dooley,
ain't
what
the
up,
best
though?
coach out there either. So,
Joe, I don't know how I feel about. I feel like Jalen Johnson. First of all, Obi Toppin is old. Obi Toppin is older than John Collins. And Jalen Johnson is actually a really good basketball player. We both have old coaches who refuse to play young players. So we kind of in the same boat. I think that Jalen Johnson probably can be better than Obi Toppin if he played just the amount of minutes that Obi Toppin plays, which I think is criminal. Hey, Nate gonna retire here at the end of the season. Salute to you, my friend. It's been real.
It's give Nate a severance package. That's what internally is the severance package. Externally is retirement.
Can we talk about Tibbs? Can we talk about Tibbs being a terrible coach? I said that before the Knicks signed him. I said this is the worst idea I've seen in a long time.
Before making your point, take "I said that" out of there because literally everybody said that Tom Thibodeau is not a good coach. Nobody understood why the Knicks signed Tom Thibodeau, including all Knicks fans. All Knicks fans was like, "Yo, you gonna run him into the ground?" Even the players, you got to stop saying that. Like you are the only person on earth. Y'all need Trey to be
there are a lot of people who believe that Tibbs is a very good coach. A very good coach.
Who?
I've had that discussion with multiple people, and I'm like, bro, Tibbs is terrible. He had Zach LaVine, he's had Andrew Wiggins, he's had.
Nobody thought Tibbs was a great coach since he ran Derrick Rose into the ground. After that, he's just
Derrick Rose does because he keep wherever he is, Derrick Rose is gonna show up next day. Him and what's old boy?
Because Derrick Rose know that he gonna play. Tibbs gonna play him into the ground. Tibbs or Doc Rivers?
Or Nate McMillan. Spider-Man meme.
Saboteurs.
Yep. I mean, I think that everybody will be okay with purging their coach.
I think Tibbs has evolved. I think Tibbs evolved out of necessity. He started playing more players.
No, he did not.
And
look what he did with Cam
this
Reddish.
This year,
he played Cam Reddish.
Played more.
He played Cam Reddish for 3 games. He was like, "Oh, y'all want to see what Cam Reddish look like?"
No, because he didn't want Cam Reddish. He didn't want to get him. They forced him to get him. He was like, "All right, well then I just won't play him."
So what about Obi Toppin? Obi Toppin cannot get. You might as well not even use draft picks if you're gonna use them like Obi Toppin.
Well, I mean, obviously we've seen how the NBA cares about second round draft picks. They traded 45 of them, but Cam Reddish has started out started out better in Portland. I've always said you just got to give him a chance, but they try to it's almost like, to me, if you trade John Collins to anywhere else and they make him and give him a chance to be in a larger role, whatever that role is, he's going to flourish. Same thing with Cam Reddish. If you move him to somewhere that he can flourish, he will.
We gave him a chance in Atlanta. That's the only thing that I will say about Cam Reddish. I like him a lot. He's a guy, he's like my Josh Gordon. I don't know how many times it'll be stupid, but I'll sign up for it every time. But I also saw Atlanta Hawks give Cam Reddish every chance in the world to flourish. And he just couldn't get it done. We didn't want Kevin. We wanted the starting lineup to be Trey, Cam, DeAndre, Hunter, and Capella. And Cam just couldn't do it. And we see. Yes. But we see what AJ Griffin has done already. That's all we was asking of Cam Reddish.
And AJ, I think the front office is forcing Nate to play AJ Griffin. I don't think he would play AJ. If the front office didn't say anything, I don't think he would play AJ Griffin. He plays Aaron Holiday now. Aaron Holiday today.
Every time I see Aaron Holiday go on the floor, I just know that we're not trying to win basketball. I am 100% sure.
I don't mind him playing. I do mind him playing over AJ Griffin. I do mind him playing over Jalen Johnson. I do mind him playing over getting in before Bogey. That's when I'm like, all right now, Nate, or Wrestler, or whoever is saying that Aaron Holiday must play. Like, I like him situationally as a defensive guard, but you can't play him as the number one player off the bench. That's insane. That's insane to me. That's insane. Nate is like, I know I'm about to quit, so I'm just going to do whatever the hell I want to type moves to me. You got Sadiq
You think
Bey.
he pulling a Lovie Smith?
Yeah. No, because they wanted Lovie Smith to sabotage.
They said at least they won.
Nate out here, you got Sadiq Bey, and you got him 2 days afterwards that he didn't really play or practice, and then started him at the 4 when John Collins was hurt, instead of Jalen Johnson, who to me is the third best rebounder on our team. Let's see. Clint, Okongwu, Jalen. Yeah, third best rebounder on our team. Clint, Okongwu, Jalen, and then you throw John Collins.
No.
Yeah, Jalen is Jalen got 11 rebounds in 10 minutes.
I don't think that Okongwu is. I think that it's Clint, John, Jalen, Okongwu.
No,
Okongwu's not a great
rebounder. For his size, he's more effort. He's more effort. I think Jalen is more hyper athleticism. Jalen's defensive awareness is just
you don't know if he can't play because he doesn't get enough minutes to get comfortable.
Defense is a hard game to play when you don't play a lot. When you don't play a lot, defense is a hard game to play.
But it's also certain matchups that I think he's perfect for. Like when we played San Antonio and Sochan was going crazy, and I was like, this ain't really a matchup for John Collins. Sochan is really like more of a 3-ish. And you put Jalen Johnson in the game, and immediately all of that dribbling and moving around, Jalen immobilized.
Jalen is a better perimeter defender than John Collins, but John is a better post defender. I think you could play the Hawks have, and we did not mean to stumble into this. We're going to end this in a little bit because we are at 1 hour and 40 minutes, which is one of the longer.
And it was supposed to be a 30-minute show. Shout out to Reggie. Reggie playing this one, y'all.
Yeah, we did plan this to be a 30-minute show. But I think Jalen and John and Capella, or Jalen and Capella and Hunter, or Jalen, John, and Okongwu all have the ability to play together. And Nick
Depends
just
on the
won't
matchup.
do it. Like Jalen Okongwu and AJ Griffin are a really good young tandem, a young trio. They play well. They play really well together.
AJ Griffin is the second youngest player in the NBA. He is 100% an adult. Okongwu, he is not the tallest, but he is a very good. He plays defense with his feet, and he's a responsible defender. And he's actually like created a jump shot, like that free throw. If you just build an arc around about the free throw, he feels comfortable in shooting.
Yeah, he has improved his offense a lot. He has improved his offense a lot.
He's not, but it's because he's finally getting reps. It's like Jalen Johnson. They kind of leave him out there. He's borderline a self-check on the three-point, but he's shooting it enough now that I think that he's getting confident. So if you play these guys a little bit, like that's the reason when you play the minutes to before the trade, before either the Holiday brothers, you're wasting time and you're not being any, like the team isn't better. Justin Holiday was terrible. Let's be very real. I've never seen a person come off more screens, shoot a curl three and brick it than him. And he just kept shooting like people came to see him play. And I'm like, fam, what are you doing? You have to stop. So they traded him.
Talking about the Holiday brother.
Yeah, but now Aaron Holiday, I'm like, bro, are you crazy? Don't shoot another three. If you don't shoot another three for the rest of the season, I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we had a great Saturday morning live, man. We talked about All-Star Game. Can't wait to see it. Make sure y'all tune into that HBCU Southern versus Grambling. You know we are a family. For those that don't understand the HBCU culture, we support our own. We talk shit about each other, to each other, but not to other people. So therefore, and that's some people that don't understand. When you come from outside the culture, you don't understand the support and the love that's within the culture. There's a few football coaches. Not gonna be petty.
Oh yeah, did you see what he just said? Did you just see what he just said?
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Norwood, we didn't forget anything, man. Take us out because I have the day free today, and I'm about to have a whole lot of nothing, whole lot of fun doing nothing, no responsibility.
I agree with that.
That's what adult fun is: no responsibility.
Can I sit here and be real quiet and real still for a couple hours? Nobody bother me. Always remember, like, follow, subscribe. Me and Reggie got some fire on the way very soon. Make sure your internet processing capabilities at is number one. We got something on the way. Outside of that, like, follow, subscribe. Tell some more people to come. We had a bunch of people here today on Twitch, on YouTube, here on Instagram, everywhere it may be. Saturday morning live. And there will actually be basketball games, I think, next weekend, maybe. We'll look into that. Outside of that, we love you guys. Adios, mi amigos. Until next time, arrivederci. Adios.
See y'all Monday. No pod tomorrow. See y'all Monday.